So here we are, forming it for the siege assault, and as you can see, most of the enemy citizens have taken up refuge on these walls, and I have my 12-pounder artillery, which as you can see is just firing in on these guys, and I'm going to totally try and decimate these walls. I'm going to keep attacking them until there's absolutely nothing left and rip these things to shreds. So I'll be back after the bombardment has finished and we'll move into the next stage, which is attacking the actual fortress. So we're back again, and most of these walls have been totally decimated. I've put holes almost everywhere. I've managed to trap some guys on top of the walls, and I'm currently forming up my army to make I'm gonna press the assault here because this is the biggest hole. Sorry, that just sounded really gross to me. But anyway, I'm gonna push the assault here and try and take them. Something really weird's happening here. I'm sending some of these are my garrison infantry. I'm sending them around to try and flank the enemy, but the enemy has sent out some citizens to try and fight me here. But fortunately, my guys are better trained than these citizens, and they also have bayonets on the end of their guns. So it's pretty much going to be a guaranteed loss for the citizens. You can see they're already routing, and also I must have been the luckiest man in the world, because a stray cannonball hit their general and killed him. So, I mean, that's just ridiculous luck for me right there. Looks like these guys are shattered, fortunately, so they're not coming back. And I'm going to keep having these guys push around the side of the building until they get behind, and I'm going to try, like I said, to flank them. Also, I'm going to do something I've never ever done, and I'm going to try and use these. I'm limbering up the artillery, and I'm going to try and use them in actually a very offensive role. I don't think I've ever used artillery as an offensive piece of equipment. It's always been a defensive role. What I plan to do is, if I can get rid of these, or find some way to at least get these two guys off the walls, and I can put my artillery on the corner here, I think I can just rip apart these citizens with a canister shot. At least that's my theory. You know, that could just go horribly wrong, and you know, everyone will die in a mass hellfire, and a meteor will hit my troops and they'll explode. But I think the chances of that happening are very slim. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit once some of my plans are coming together. So back again, and the enemy has sent out these tribesmen cavalry out to try and attack some of my guys, and they just got a volley off on them, and these guys are shaken, wavering. My guys are wavering, and it's just turning into a clusterfuck. But I think my guys are steady. Cavalry is shattered. There go the cavalry. My guys withstood the charge. Bad news, my artillery actually got hit by a cannon that I thought I had taken out, but I guess I didn't. But that was really unfortunate. And it lost 2 guns, but you know, it's still kicking. So that's okay. I'm sending in the line infantry in through this area to try and create sort of a beachhead. Most of the enemy citizens are distracted by these guys in the back here. I'm going to have them scale the walls now. They've taken care of all the enemy cavalry, and all that is left inside the city are a garrison of civilians. But I'm still not too confident yet. I still have to take the fortress, and they're still all pretty stoked that they're on their fortifications. So I just got to get these guys to set up in a decent position. I'm gonna get cavalry to go the long way around this time and try and avoid their cannons. And try and, if I can get rid of these guys, they'll be able to avoid the cannons on this side without a problem. These guys are coming in behind to start scaling the walls, and it's going to be a slow and painful siege. It looks like my line infantry made it through. These citizens, I'm pretty sure, are trapped on top of the fortress. Some of my guys are being attacked by enemy citizens. These guys are shaken. They're concerned that their flanks are exposed. They're taking fire. They're not returning fire. Which, oh, it's because they're not in range. And, the unfortunate thing is they're these guys, but those guys look like they totally have no idea what they're doing. So I'm going to have my guys charge and try and get into that armory where they can hopefully make a stand and wait for this sort of pincer movement I've got going on. Uh-oh. Shit, they're wavering. And they've only lost like a little bit of troops, like 14 guys, and that's it. But looks like they're making it into the armory, and they're no longer wavering. They're steady. They're inside the building. It's okay. Crisis averted. Why are these guys coming off the walls? They should be going up the walls. And, oh, apparently they're broken. Great, wonderful. So that puts a wrench into absolutely everything. Screw this, I'm bringing in the artillery and hopefully they can do something here. Fortunately, my troops aren't shattered, they're just broken, so they will probably rebound back. I hope. Jeez, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Line infantry are up the walls. I'm going to have them come down and assume an offensive position here. And be able to take on some of these citizens. They're still firing at us. I'm going to bring the cavalry. I'm going to have the cavalry charge in. I actually have these guys climb up the wall this time. Fortunately, it looks like the citizens are actually... I'm going to actually hold back the cavalry charge, because look at these citizens are coming outside. My line infantry are still fresh, they're moving into position, they're taking some fire. Citizens have much longer range than regular line infantry in this game for some reason. And I'll send in the cavalry to hopefully mess them up a little bit. And if they would, you know, actually charge instead of walk to the enemy. So these guys are in a position to start firing once these last two infantry get into position here. For some reason my middle mouse button is not working. It's not. Whoa! it's not rolling down to zoom in, which is really frustrating actually. So a massive cavalry charge at the gates. The citizens are losing significantly. Our Russian guys are climbing up. Okay, there we go. Fortunately, these guys have fire by rank, and they're far more accurate and disciplined than enemy civilians. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to crack them. Looks like the citizens over on this side are routing, or wavering at least.